Live, very, very live. So, there is a protest right now at the moment. Peter Caldwell said Tommy is racist, all right? And people are asking, if Tommy is racist, prove it. That is it, prove it. And I'm here to cover it live. And today we'll be asking people questions and what they think about this, all right? And that's why we're here live today, all right? And it's a quiet protest because the idea is to be peaceful, all right, to send a strong message saying, listen, whatever you say, you need to back it up, all right? If you ever slander anyone, you need proof. If you say anything about anybody at all, you need proof, and proof is what the people are here for. So we are here at Talk TV. All right, we got the people here. We got Pastor Ricky right over here. Hello, sir. How you doing today? So good to see you. So good to see you. So, a quick question.
Yes.
Let me get the microphone out. I heard the news.
Yeah.
Peter Caldwell.
Yeah.
Peter Caldwell said Tommy Robinson is racist.
Yeah.
And the media say Tommy Robinson is racist.
Yeah.
So my first question for you is:
Yeah.
Is Tommy racist?
100% unequivocally no.
So why is Tommy not racist?
He's not a racist because to be a racist, you have to show discrimination to do with races. And that's not something that he's ever done. There's no evidence of that. You can't find one single piece of evidence to say that Tommy's discriminated on race. Tommy's argued against a lot of issues, and a lot of issues that happen within communities, such as the grooming gangs, and a lot of issues to do with Islam. But now, because he's opposing Islam or opposing a religion or opposing a community, it doesn't mean he's opposing a race. It's a different thing completely. And this is where this thing gets confused. And this is why these people are spreading false narratives by calling Tommy a racist. So if somebody wants to call Tommy a racist like Peter Caldwell did, then bring some evidence. Let's see the evidence of that racism. And we can all stand and say, right, we believe in the truth. Now he's provided evidence. We agree. But no, he hasn't. They can't provide evidence because there is none. So if we are people that are going to stand on the truth, and we are, then we need to really represent the truth properly. And Tommy Robinson certainly is one person that's not a racist.
Okay. I checked the media and what they say about Tommy. They said Tommy is Islamophobic. Is Tommy Islamophobic?
No, because Islamophobia is an irrational fear of something, of Islam. And certainly it's not an irrational fear when bombs are going off in countries and little girls are being murdered and teenage daughters are being gang raped by grooming gangs. So there's nothing irrational about that. And to want to question an ideology that's driving people to heinous crimes, I think is something everyone should be doing, including the government. That question should be asked. Whilst we have religious freedom in this country, and rightly so, we should be asking questions as to why there is such high level of the most extreme crimes that you can imagine that are being driven by people that are saying they're doing it in the name of a religion. That is something that is anyone with 2 cents can ask that question to say, why is this happening and how do we stop it? And that's all that Tommy's done.
Okay. So, Tommy has exposed the grooming gangs, as they say. But my question is, why will the government and why will the people in power be protecting criminals? And also, recently we heard on the news that criminals were released, about 26,000 criminals, murderers, rapists. But then people that were making social media posts were being arrested and put in jail for up to 2 years. Meanwhile, criminals, murderers, rapists were being released after 6 months.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
So I think it's absolutely atrocious, and it shows what's really happening in the world right now, and especially the West, is that there is a movement of globalization that's taking place. And so there are elites at the top level of everything in the world, especially the politics, that are pushing this globalist agenda. And what they want is they want the dropping of all of the borders. And what they want is they want the sovereign nations such as Britain and America and France, etc., to succumb to globalist power and globalist authority, so that there's one world order, there is one world government, and everything is controlled by one place. And that's what they're pushing for. So what happens is if you see the massive influx of illegal immigrants that come into the country, it's allowed. They're allowing it. They're putting in laws and regulations that allow this thing to happen. Don't think that they want it to stop. They don't want it to stop. They want it to continue. So when somebody like Tommy Robinson is opposing it, he becomes a problem to them. So they'll do everything to take out that person, which is what we're seeing. That's why he's sitting in a prison cell right now. He's not sitting in a prison cell because he actually done something wrong. No, he's opposing this globalist agenda and this globalist movement that they're pushing. And that's why he's suffering for it. And you see other high-profile characters around the world suffering the same way, just like Donald Trump.
Wow, very, very interesting. But a lot of people will say, no, that is false. Why will a government that says they are just, all right, be seen to be acting unjustly and be hiding it? Okay, and people will be arguing that no, that for Tommy to be actually in prison right now, then that means he must have committed a crime. How do we know that these globalists actually have a plan, and why is it that people cannot see it?
Yeah. Well, what you've got to do if you backtrack Tommy's situation, all right. So he's in prison for contempt of court. Now, contempt of court, yeah, it's a crime. And Tommy knew what he was doing, and he knew that he was going to go to prison for it. But if you backtrack it now to the original hearing, which was, it was, what, 2021? I believe it was 2021, when Tommy was taken to court for the documentary that he made, Silenced. That's got over 65 million views on X now. So he was took to court about defaming that young Syrian refugee boy. Right now, when they took him to court, Tommy brought witnesses, evidence of what was going on around that situation, of how it was a false narrative, of how people were being paid by local councils to cover it up. And he brought all the evidence to court. And this is where now you see the problem. This is not about the law anymore. And yet, even though the evidence was there, the judge judged wrongly, and some would say corruptly, but you know, that's just an accusation.
Yeah.
But wrongly that that this movie should not be played, and that it would be contempt of court to play that movie. So right there was the problem. When they made that ruling, this was the problem. When they put that super injunction on, that's a problem now. And that one can be, that one is now based on opinion. That one can be manipulated. That's not about law. That's not about black and white, left and right. No, that's about opinion. And that opinion was incorrect. And you can look at all of the evidence and you can say that was wrong. So that led to the contempt of court. And that's why Tommy said, in the end, tell you what, I'm just going to play my movie because you're trying to silence me. And the movie's about silenced. So he did something that was a sacrifice for freedom of speech, a sacrifice for the British people, and a sacrifice for the side of good.
Okay, so I have one more question for you, the last but not the least. So, why are you here right now, and what message do you want to pass to the viewers, to Peter Caldwell, to the world, and to everyone at large?
Right. So, the message to Peter Caldwell, firstly, because that was the kind of straw that broke the camel's back and made us come here, is that you can't just label somebody a racist. It's not just a name. It's not like just name calling. It's an accusation, and it's a very serious accusation. And that type of accusation can have such an effect on somebody's life that the person can be walking down the street. It can be Tommy in jail now, or walking down the street with his family, and some young boys who've heard that accusation and who believe that accusation can take action and attack Tommy, and things can happen that shouldn't happen. So when you put an accusation like that, the responsibility is really on the journalist. And that's why citizen journalists like yourself are rising up now. And numbers are coming towards. Why? Because the truth is being shown. So these journalists have a responsibility. Peter Caldwell has a responsibility. Talk TV has a responsibility. BBC, Sky News, all of these things. They have a responsibility to tell the truth. Now, when you wrongfully label someone like racist or far right, you are no longer telling the truth. You're now in the realm of falsity. And that falsity is a problem because a lie told so many times becomes the truth in the public's perception. And that now is a danger for the person who's been called far right or racist. So it needs to stop. So my message to all of the media out there, my message to all of the people out there is this has to stop. So media, you know, be the journalist you're supposed to be. Have some integrity. Stop calling people these type of names and labels that are wrong. And for the public, let's not take it anymore. We don't need to take it. Together we are united, and united we are strong. And the Unite in the Kingdom rallies have put us together on a platform and a unity like we've never seen before. If it wasn't for the Unite in the Kingdom rallies, even we wouldn't be here now, me and you together. But we are together. So United, we are strong, and these people know that. The media, mainstream media know it, the globalists know it, the governments know it, that together we're strong. So when it comes to this calling people far right, we stand together, we refuse, we don't take it anymore.
Okay, I have one last question for you. I know I said last but not the least, but I have one last question for you.
Okay.
This is to advise the people.
Yeah.
So basically, the media keep pouring out these lies about people they want to silence.
Yeah.
But you know the truth. Now, how can the public know the truth for themselves without being misled by the mainstream media?
So, like I said, citizen journalists are doing the job now. They're doing the real job, especially people like yourself, Shady, who are filming the whole thing. So you get to make your own opinion. So it's a live stream. You can see what's going on. You get to judge yourself what is the truth. What these people are doing in the mainstream media and the legacy media is they're manipulating the truth. So they'll take videos, they'll take stories, and then they'll change the editing of the video, they'll change the editing of the narrative to suit what they want. And they're being controlled by globalist bodies. So the globalist bodies will say, right guys, we are now pushing this agenda, and that agenda will go through all of the mainstream media, and it'll be passed off to all of the public as if it's true. And that's what they've done with Tommy Robinson. But you can see that right now in 2024, in this era, people are all for the truth. And this is an era of the truth. So
Amazing.
we're not going to take it no more.
Yes, sir.
We don't need to. So tune out of these guys and tune into the citizen journalists, and that's it. The truth is ours.
The truth is ours. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I really love what Pastor Ricky has said. He's spoken so much truth from his heart. I want to say thank you very much for answering our questions.
Shady,
you
the
are
man.
amazing.
Subscribe to him if you're not.
Love.
He's the man. Love you, man.
Amen. Amen. Say no more. All right, guys. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. Here we are. And it's a very small protest, as you can see. I was being made aware. I was told that they don't want a lot of people out here because they're not here to cause a ruckus. They only have a message to pass across. And the message is, Peter Caldwell said Tommy Robinson is racist without any proof. And all they want is, give us a proof. Give us a proof that says Tommy Robinson is racist. That is all. They're not saying we're challenging you, but let's know the truth. Do not slander someone without backing up yourselves, okay? Do not slander someone and say, go find the proof for yourself. All right? That is the message for today. And also here we are with my brother. My brother from another mother. I was saying, you know what, my guy?
No.
Where you been, man? You been under the rate. Oh, bless you,
Bro,
brother.
man, cool nice. So I've been rubbing about.
Oh, bless you, man. Yeah, but how you feeling now, though?
Good.
How's things going?
Yeah, man.
All right, yeah. And how's the work going? The business of spreading truth.
Spreading truth, man.
Spreading truth.
This is what it is. You know, we've been spreading truth for a while, right? I was just talking to someone the other day saying, when I come to Telford, right, I was at Telford and I was on a stage at Telford, right?
Yeah.
And I brought Tommy Robinson and a few other people out, and I said, we are the future of Britain, right? And everyone told me, said, there's no black people that are going to start doing it. I said, wait, they'll wake up, they'll understand the situation, and then they'll come in their masses. And what we see now in the last 2 years is people waking up, especially the black people from the chains of what these people who say they support them and whatnot, who are really enslaving them. Right, they're telling them lies and they're making sure that they're not freedom-loving people. Right, so now them chains and mental shackles have gone. What we're seeing now is many people of all ethnicities, of all walks of life, coming together under England, and that's what it is.
Yes, sir.
This is what we do. Why should we be divided? Why should we allow the government to divide us based on what they want to do? And at the moment, it's based on race. So now that's going to fail. So they're going to do it in multiple other ways. But once we're together, and once we know what the tactics are, they'll just say, you're racist, I'm a racist, we're white supremacists. You know, it's ridiculous.
Exactly,
I bet people have told you you're full on a white supremacist enabler.
Yeah, they've called me a house slave. They call me a coconut.
Yeah.
They call me a traitor.
Yeah.
They call me
Exactly. And why? Why? Because we are here supporting a patriot and we support the country. That's the only reason, because people are listening to the propaganda of the media, the propaganda of the government, and that's why it's important we hold them to account.
Okay, I want to speak to you. How did you get about starting being a journalist? Like, what gave you that drive to go out and want to spread out the truth?
Well, it was Black Lives Matter. Tommy Robinson did a video on Black Lives Matter saying that it was a Marxist organisation. I know it's a Marxist organisation. He got slandered for it. It was one of the worst attacks I've seen. Right, you know, lots of things happened. So
I've not seen that video. I've not seen it.
you've not seen it? I'll forward it to you.
Okay,
It's a
please.
brilliant video. It was on point. It was bang on. It's a Marxist agenda. Don't listen to them. They're not there for you. And it's the truth. So I thought, you know what? Why am I watching now? I need to be the person to come out and say, do you know what? I support the message. I support the person because I
Yeah.
do. So it's time for these people to see black faces. And then the more that I was doing my journalism within Black Lives Matter to then support the fact that it is a Marxist organisation, that no money went to black people or to black businesses or to black opportunities that got raised for Black Lives Matter, both here and in America. You got to remember someone in Bristol, one of the lead organisations in Bristol,
Yeah.
took £30,000.
I heard of that.
Right? So this is what I was showing them, and then once I get into that, it's like it's a rabbit hole. You go down it, and then more and more things come out, and I say, well, I can use my voice here. I can use my voice, and that's what I do. From then on, I started using my voice, and it's been very productive. So
Yeah,
it
lovely.
all stems down again from trying to divide us based on race. I'm not having it anymore. We can't have it.
Yeah.
We're under attack. So, you know, the more of us that can do it as well, we will get attacked.
Yeah.
You think? Oh, this is strictly to the ethnic people out there, the coloured people out there, right? You think that white people get it bad, right? You go out and say you support Tommy Robinson. You go out and say that you don't support the agenda that's going on. You go out and say all the truths that are out there. You'll get it just as bad, okay? So the insults are just the same. So what are you worrying about? We're all going to get insulted. But the thing is, when we're all getting insulted together, people then say, oh, hang on a minute, they've not stopped what they're doing. They're getting bigger. They're getting, they're getting more attention on TV. They're getting more attention here. The message is spreading. We might as well join them because we believe in that. So just do it. Don't worry. We're all going to get insulted. We're all going to get all the tags. Right? As again, all the tags. We're all going to get it. But the thing is, when we do it under the country, when we do it for Britain, that is when that the tags will not matter because our children's future is dependent on what we do today, tomorrow, and going forward.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you very, very much. Really
Thank
appreciate
you,
your
brother.
answers.
I love you.
Bro.
You know what? This buddy, I love his work.
This is my brother.
Everything
my
you
brother.
do.
Loving
man.
it, bro.
Keep doing it.
Appreciate
Yeah?
it,
Keep
innit?
doing it. Thank you, my
Yeah.
brother.
I'll
Thank
be back
you.
in a bit. I need to
Alright,
get
cool.
something.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Take care, bro.
Take
See you in
care,
a bit.
brother.
All right, guys. We're going to go on a very short break. I'll be right back because also I need to make sure the Wi-Fi connection here is really good because the idea behind what I do is making live streams because live streams can't be edited. If your video is made and edited, the narrative can easily be changed. But for me, it's about the raw truth, raw data. So you see the raw truth for yourselves. All right, guys, the video will not be edited at all. So guys, I'm going to catch you in a bit. You take care. See you soon. Just going to verify if the Wi-Fi is fine and if the camera and the mic are working good. See you guys. Take care. Love. Peace. It's your boy, Shady Shae.